My name is Maroto. I'm a character designer. I usually work as illustrator, art director, and character designer mostly. I'm gonna show you my my portfolio too. So this is my kind of work. So I work as illustrator, but mostly I work. This is part of my portfolio. So there's character design. About this is the Muji movie. I made it for the Muji movie, and this is the way I usually work. It's like this character is the internet troll. So this is the way I present to the client the stuff. They give you a script and they ask you for characters. So in this case, they're sketched, but it's colored. I don't usually. Sometimes I use black and white or just use color. More character, more character, more characters. You know. So in this case, for example, the client asked me for a kind of plasticine render. So I just make it. But the point is, there's about character design is not to do beautiful drawings. I mean, character design is about design. So you need to make a lot of characters because many people there's students who show you a really good design, but it's like, oh man, maybe you need to make 20 more if you need a finer character. You know what I mean? So focus in just throw ideas, more more characters, and I don't want to worry you. So I'm gonna start with the workshop. Okay. So let's gonna talk about canon. What is the canon? The canon in a drawing is the set of the ideal proportion of the human figure. So and this measure are is based on the human head. So there's two kinds of canon. Is the realistic one, what is like the usually be like 8 heads in a male and 7.5 in a woman. Is the non-realistic. The non-realistic is the canon that I use to move on because I love to draw cartoon. So cartoon is usually be between 3 heads and 6 heads. It depends, but is the rest of the pictures who doesn't apply these rules of the 8. So this is the realistic one. This is this example is from Andrew Loomis. You know this guy. They have it's a classic. If you want to start a character design, I recommend these books. So you can saw that there's 8 heads, and they are mathematics. For example, the it's about the half of the body. You can measure the how do you say the proportions on this character. So and obviously we have different measure of the head in the if there's a younger character. And there's some examples. This one in the left side is Alex Ross, who is a really good illustrator. As you can see that all the pictures they're really close to the reality. So Gerard Brown, who there's a fantasy illustrator, and I put Simon Beasley that is a realistic illustrator too. But the point is, Simon Bisley has a bit, and in some of their comics, he make disproportions, like they really push the proportion of the character and make it a bit cartoon too. So, but I put here. This is Sylvain Gomet, who is a director, a French director. He directed the triplets of Belleville and The Illusionist, among others. And I put these two images because it's like The Illusionist. You can see these images. The Illusionist is much more realistic than the triplets of Belleville. Triplets of Belleville are realistic, but they have a point of cartoony stuff. You saw the faces of the old woman, you saw they are really caricatures. Or the other one that is the sister who is really small. This is really cartoony. The proportion of the faces and all the stuff, they are pushed a lot. They are extreme. They are extreme proportions. We have here. And this is the style that I really like. That is the cartoon. So, for example, we have here Mickey Mouse, who is the from Disney, and he has the classical 3 heads. You can see the head, the body, and the legs. They are 3 heads in proportion. The Philsons, that I don't know who is called in Finland, this guy, from Hanna-Barbera, who are another really classic cartoons. And we have Ben 10, for example. There's a lot of, there's a really wide open, really open by the style about cartoons. So we have Ben 10, and Ben 10 is really curious. If you saw this series, you can saw that this design changes a lot between series. So there are more cartoon or less cartoon in the same character. And Amazing World of Gumball. I really love the show because they have a lot of styles inside the same inside the same show, and they combine them really well. They live really well. So we have here in the fish in the left, it's about two heads and a half, maybe. You can see the proportion are really extreme. Or the Thundercats. They are a show from the 80s that I like a lot. They have variations between the show. The same show have different designs. So in the left we have the 80s version, who is much more realistic than in the middle one. Well, I think what maybe 2015 or 20 something like, I don't remember but it's from the 2000. So they make a kind of manga style that is proportion, but it's not so realistic like the original Thundercats. And we have in the right the last versions of I think they make Cartoon Network, the Thundercats Roar, that they are really cartoony style. Let's talk now about shapes. They are all the characters could be reduced as a word form, and the characters are um, are made of a lot of shapes. So the difference, the three basic shapes are these: the square that reminds something heavy, hard, or strong. We have the circle who reminds all something soft or something charm. So when we want to make cute characters, for example, we always use round forms or circle forms. And we have the triangle, and the triangle always are associated with the movement, the something danger or something sharp. That many, for example, when we design villains, if we put the feet like triangles, like shark, for example, like shark teeth, you feel that this character is bad. I saw these examples a lot of time because they are really nice character design. I saw this example too in Nate Rag video. They are from Up, the movie. The explorer is so cute, and the old man is grumpy and like a tough guy. So, and why is this? This is because this. You saw the character of the explorer. There's a circle, and in the old man is about a square. The point is all the shapes in this guy are rounded, and all the stuff in all the shapes in the old man are a square. You got the nose, like rounded nose, but for example, the glasses are a square. You have different feelings about the character if you have round round glasses or a square glasses, or if these glasses were triangles, they are different feeling about the character. So the point is that they're square, but they shove a lot, shove a bit the borders of the square, so you don't have this feeling of, oh, this is really hard, really hard design, or they are a bit they make more cute rounding the squares. And you can all the characters, mostly if you are going to animating the characters on 2D, you need to make this exercise. Just make only the character with a few shape or really basic shape, so you can draw all in many positions. So you need to make this exercise if you need to move your character. For example, this guy Chris Sasaki, they are really obvious that the character have a simple shape. And so the first switch is a circle, the second one is a triangle, and the third is a square. For example, in the first one, Chris Lee, the width is a triangle. I love this guy. You must search him on internet. He's a really good illustrator and art director. Or Renaud Martin, for example. They are extreme examples of how to make a character based on a basic shape. You can show that in the second one, the Renaud Martin one, the head is just a triangle. Obviously, it's like I told in the up guide, if you make this with hard edge, uh, it's gonna be harder. Is make it make him less cute. But if you round the edge, you make a warmer character. Like the third one. The third one is just based on circles. You can see the kind of ghost or goblin. It's just the head is just a circle, and all the eyes are circles. So they are really geometric uh, character design. Or for example, this one, Steve Lamb. I love this guy. He's an amazing character designer. You can see that all the shapes on the main shape on this character is a square, but it's like in the Old Man of Up, all all the shapes inside, or mostly all the shapes inside the character are squares. So this enforce the feeling of a character hard or a character tough. So you saw that the jaw is just a square, or just the main body is a square. But at the as we are saying, if you need to round a bit the borders of the characters to make it more charming. These characters from Amy Thompson, it's like it's like we are talking is all the wall character in the first one is a square. It's like, and it reinforces the idea of a businessman that is somebody who is working in office and is like in a box. So the shapes reinforce the idea of this guy is working in office. This guy have a boring life. And in the second one is this character. This I think is Ralph break the internet, maybe. So all the characters is if you make a basic shape of this character, if this character is a circle, and all the stuff on this character is really sharp and really round. The glasses are round, are circles. So just with the glasses, like you make feel the character more cute, more charming, making round glasses. And about the proportion, it's like in the drawing that is in the bottom, that is with this guy crying, that is like the eyes. This is another good option to make a character charming. So make bigger eyes, so you see his pupils really big. So this make feel adorable the character. Another example on Green Sasaki, for example. Chris Sasaki is a really good character designer. So the wall basic shape on this character are a circle or ellipse. So, and in this one, in my Yamada design too, or Dowie Corgi too, is kind of circles. They are really cute characters. So the characters have the cute characters have usually soft edge, and all the lines usually be circles or curves. like in the enemy alcohol. As you can see, is like if you need to search a character, you need to make a lot of characters. Oh, they are they are compound of basic shapes. And this one, Fabien Mens, who is one of my favorite character designers. You can see here that this kind of ogre, but this kind of a student ogre or something like that, and it's like uh, something who looks bad, looks nice because it's really sharp in their shapes. You know what I mean? Is like all the face is like a circle. The the hair the hair are circles too. It's like this character surely change a lot if you put sharp hair. If all the if all the hair were made of or just put a kind of mohawk like a punk mohawk, the the feelings of the character change. So and later we come back to this character because I really love this character and really love this guy. So um, now we are talking about the other thing that is really useful for making nice character design and mostly in cartoon, and is contrast. This is really useful in character design. Well, in Illustrator too, in illustration too. And the point is, in character design, using cartoony stuff, you need really to push this. So if you push this really bad, you have a really good cartoony design. So the point about contrast is like a character is more interesting if it pulled in different shapes, and these shapes are different between them. We always play with the small, medium, and big idea. So we always play with these three. So you can also you can make a symmetry, really symmetric character. It depends. What what do you do with the character? But it's like here. Variation is the key, and you can also have contrast, not only with the size. You can have contrast between simple versus complex, for example, or straight versus curve. I'm gonna say we are gonna show some example of this. Uh, for example, for me, Bruce Timm uh, is an artist who I really love, and Bruce Timm make this a lot, straight versus curve in the designs. So I make a little snowman. So if we are using the same cartoony three head proportion, I feel like the character in the right is much more interesting than the first one. That all the proportions are not pushed, are really like regular proportion. Are all the heads are all the shapes are the same size, but in the right you have a more push proportion, more extreme proportion character, and I feel that it's much more interesting. For example, and it's not only about the proportion of the characters. Not, I mean the main proportion of the character. You can also apply to all the stuff inside the character. For example, on this, I make, in the second one, I make a bit smaller the hat. But if I push this more, surely was more interested if I push a tiny hat and a bigger the scarf is bigger in the second one. And the point is that the lines that are composing this have different sizes. If you saw in the left side, you saw a regular pattern, but if you are looking to the right, you saw that the pattern in the scarf are slightly different between them. So it makes more interesting a character. Oh, with the eyes, with the proportion of the face, I make a teeny nose and a bigger eye, and a really big mouth. The arms are really small. For example, these things make you more interesting. If you don't know Steven Silver was one of the best character designers. And if you can take any of their books, just do it. This guy is simply amazing, and he's a really good teacher. So you can show here how he used the small, medium, and big shapes for a character. These sizes could be changed. So you don't need to make a small, medium, or big, but if you use them, it's gonna in another in a reverse position or whatever, you're gonna push a lot your character. In the left, we have the more Stephen Silver examples. So you can see that the character have they are really push about the shapes. They have extreme proportions. So, in the right part of the screen, you saw Sylvain Marc, a really good art director and designer. As you can see, this caveman, for example, the main shape of this caveman is a square. It's a square, but you saw that this guy play a lot with the proportions. You can see a big body, a medium head, and a small face. You know, or between they don't. This guy they are playing too with the characters, so you have contrast between two characters because the little one, the partner is really little, and the meat is big, is maybe bigger than the small partner. There's another guy who is Steve Lamb, who I really love. It's like, as you can see, the characters have a lot of difference between them. Or in the second image, you can show the small, medium, and big between the characters. You can show the monster really big. The partner here, the green partner, is like a small one, and the human is medium. So you can play. Also, if you have a lineup of characters, as much difference they have between them about shapes and silhouettes, it's better for the character. You can show this is the troll, the ogre of Fabien Mens. You can see that this guy make the whole shape of this character is about a circle, but this circle is divided, and is divided. For example, the body with the arms and legs is the big shape. You have the back is medium, and the head is the small. The point is that in the head you have the same proportions. You have big head, a small eyes, and all this triangle of the face, and the arms are medium size. As you can, and inside this, he used the same. For the eyebrows, they use a big shape. For the nose, he used a medium one, and he used a small shape for the eyes. This is really good. As you can see, this character is cute because he's using a lot the soft curves and circle shapes about the feet, for example. If you put pointed teeth, they are more associated to the evil, but if you round a bit, it makes more charming the character. We have another big example here with Jean-Baptiste Van Damme about contrast. It's like this guy really push his designs. So we have the rhino with a big head, but a really a small eye and a small mouth and a big arm and a medium nose. So he used the three sizes to push the character design. And for example, this picture is from Bruce Timm, who I like a lot. This guy, this was a really influence for me on this character. We have a lot of contrast, but we have the contrast between straight and curved, for example, in the legs, or we have contrast between simple and complicated in the cape. And the point is, this drawing is really good because this character has a really good silhouette. Silhouette is when you put your drawing to all black and you still understanding the design of the character. For example, this Ana Palmira Perez make a really cute character that is based on basic shapes. You can show that this frog is about a circle, and these frogs too is like they're really rounded. They are really geometric forms, and they are really cute because they are really rounded. They are really sharp. Olvea Tormo, I really like this girl designing. It's really nice designer. So you can show, for example, in the shape of the head of the dog, that you have a small face, a really big shape here, and a medium nose, and a big hair too. So you can play with these three sizes. There are more examples of the Atorno. Even in this character, who are more realistic, mostly is the Max because Tango 1 is more realistic than the other, than the Victor Kalbachev. And they are really good designers too. So even in a realistic style, you have the three, this rule of the three sizes. You have a small head, a big body, and a medium leg. And in the other character, it's about the same. They are much more. This is much more cartoony because all the proportions are really exaggerated. But he used the same. He used the small head, a big shape for the body, and a medium shape for the weapon. What about Jake Parker? I really this is an amazing artist. You can get the contrast with more things. For example, on the right picture, you saw that all the character is almost simple, but you have all the mechanic stuff that it's really detailed. For example, you have here the rule of detail versus simple, or like in the robot, you have these shapes, really simple. You have a few parts that are really, really detailed. Or like in this guy, Dave Gertin from Creator Box, you have really big shapes, and there's a few points that they are really detailed, like the arm, the glove of the girl, or the feet in the muscle in the right.